Now this is the national anthem I can get behind. Hello, sorry for that. Hello, welcome to the Euro 2020 live watch-along. Match day 2, it's the first one. Finland versus Russia. In what should be a very good, great game. You know what, the Finland national anthem is a bit slow, but my god, does the Russian one hype you up for this game. Russia coming to this game on a loss. As we'll turn this down very slowly. But yeah, Russia coming into this game off a loss. We'll make sure that we're not playing the sound so we can't get copyrighted. But I mean, yeah, Russia coming off that big 3-0 loss. Hello, I am Rowan, your host for today. But yeah, they need to make some clear changes, Russia. And I mean, they have. There's a keeper change in there, which is, I think, very rare. But interesting to see now how Finland play. Getting that 1-0 win over Denmark, but it really was a game that wasn't about Finland. This is their first game, in my opinion. This is their first game to really make an impact and say, right, we're already on 3 points. If we get 3 here, we're practically qualified. If not, they'll go through as third place, which is a huge achievement for them. Second in the group, obviously Belgium topping that. But getting the win over Denmark, getting the win over Russia would be huge because if Denmark would beat Belgium, that is a huge game then going into the final game, Belgium-Finland, because all 3 teams, and if Russia and Denmark win today, these are 2 huge wins, because then that final group game means everything, because genuinely whoever, the 2 teams that win, go through, and that is going to be very, very interesting indeed. I hope everyone is okay. Hello, Kyle, pal. Hope you're all good, pal. On this fine Sunday? It's nowhere near Sunday. Wednesday afternoon. If you have a look at the starting 11 for both teams, we'll go with Finland first. So I covered them. So I covered half of the match. Found unfortunate news for Christian Eriksen. Obviously, it's great to see that he's okay. I saw that the players were wearing get well soon Eriksen, so it's nice to see that he's okay. And I'm sure the Finnish players now will, I think, have really got something to play for. But it is Lucas Herdetsky at the Leverkusen goalkeeper. Then it's Jere Urinen, Daniel O'Shaughnessy, Paulus Arujai, Juna Toivo, and Juha Artalia. As a back 5, that's what really played last game. Then it's a midfield 3 of Glenn Kamara, Rasmus Schuler, who's come in for Tim Sparv, and then Robin Lod a bit further ahead of him. And then it's up front, it's the Norwich man, Timu Puke, and Joel Pojampalo scored in the first game. Can he double his tally? On the bench is Jordan, Jakola, Varsnen, Jensen, Suri, Sparv, Alho, Kaku, Lepalainen, Valkari, Ivanen, and Force. Again, eyes on Timu Puke and Joel Pojampalo Puke. Both strikers quite visible in that Denmark game. But again, I think the thing is you can't judge Finland and Denmark off that game because of the events surrounding it, which means that this will be the first time we really get to see this Finnish team in effect and see if that goal that Pojampalo scored was a fluke or if it was well and truly deserved. And against the Russia side, which is struggling, they're not the strongest of teams. I think fitness issues is huge. We saw that in the first game, so going to be really interested to see what goes on with them. But speaking of Russia, we'll look through their team. It is Matvei Safanov in net coming in for Shunin, and then it's Dalo Kuzvaev, who's playing as a natural fullback now, and then now this is where I think it's Disikaya, Daviv, and then Mario Fernandes, the former Brazilian, now Russian man, and then it's Magomed Ozdiev, Dmitry Baranov, and Roman Zobnin. In the midfield 3, and then the front 3 is Alexander Golev, the Monaco player, Alexei Miranchuk, the Atalanta player, and then the big striker Artem Zhuba. Can he cause some problems for Luke Herdetsky, by the way, who taking away the situation, had a great game. He had a really good game. Penalty save, was making some key saves that stopped the game. If you see the stats, Finland had 1 shot, 1 on target. Denmark had like 20. And so Lucas Hradecky practically saved them in this game. But as for Russia, got to do well here. Otherwise, they're probably out this. If they lose this game, they're out of the tournament. A draw can give them partial hope, but it is a draw. It's Russia need to come out there and really win, as we have the national anthems will be played. And while they get played, we will have a look at, first of all, promo. That's Twitter at @the_top corner to see when we're going to go live and what's coming up. We'll look at today's matches though, because it's not just me that's today. So Finland versus Russia is at 2 PM, and that's obviously me. I'm here with you. Hello. Turkey Wales is on at 5 PM UK, so there's no stream for that. Just because, first of all, you don't want really double of everyone. Like when Josh has done a double, he's done it with the next one's been with KL. So there's no and there's no one available for Turkey Wales, unless maybe me and KL can come together and maybe do I'll drop him a message, but we'll wait and see with that. As for later on, it'll be Italy, Switzerland, 8 PM, and that will be with KL. Again, he's going to back Switzerland, but really chance for both these sides to prove now. Because Switzerland had a great performance against Wales, sort of not robbed later on, but conceding late. And Italy are one of the favourites for this tournament, so you don't really know what's going to think. And you know what? It's good to see. Hello, Tubbs, mate. I didn't get to watch fans during the game, fell asleep. Unlucky, my friend, very unlucky. But you're here. You're here for Finland, Russia. The more important game, I think we can both agree. A way better game than Cal said. Russia to win 3-0. Let us know your predictions in the chat. As the Russian national anthem is being played in St. Petersburg, so Russia do have that home advantage, but the anthem is incredible. It is an incredible national anthem. But we have a look. That was today's matches coming up. If you look at the head-to-head of both these sides, that when they played each other, it's not looking good for Finland. Finland and Russia have faced each other 4 times before, with Russia winning all 4 by 3 or more goals. Their last match was in 2010 World Cup qualifier, and a 3-0 victory for Russia. You see there, 0 wins, 0 draws, 4 defeats, and 4 wins, 0 draws, 0 defeats for Russia. It's coming in as strong favourites, and I think they really have to. They have to have a way better performance than they did against Belgium. We look at the ones to watch player today. It is, of course, Artem Zhuba, plays for Zenit, 32 years old, experience, but he's had his most prolific season of his career. Scored 20 goals in 27 games for Zenit, and I think something age is not defining, but can he do it up again this Finnish side who, again, have got the momentum with them. We'll do a quick promo of the games coming up. Obviously, you are watching Finland, Russia, right now. Carl said, think Wales will win that one 3-1, and you've got Finland to win 2-1. As you see, obviously, Italy, Switzerland later on. Then, with the games after that, we have got Denmark, Belgium. That is tomorrow at 10-5 with Josh. A really good game. 2 really strong sides. Then, later on in that evening, I had the pleasure of watching Netherlands. Now does KL with Netherlands versus Austria. Obviously, Conrad Lane again on the score street, and now can they hold off Netherlands? Sweden, Slovakia will then be me on the 18th of June at 2 o'clock. I had the pleasure of watching Slovakia and play great, and now I get to watch Sweden. Obviously, Finland, Russia is on right. And now as these players are just going to go get set up. But yeah, don't forget to check us out on all the social medias. You can see it on the screen there. Sports-corner.com is the website, and the _sportscorner_. Oh, we've got Danny Makalele today, who I love him. He's such a good referee. Really rate him. But some good predictions from the chat. And I mean, the Turkey-Wales game will be interesting. I doubt we'll be able to get a stream sort of quick unless someone's available. I might be able to do it by myself, in fairness, if that is possible. And I could create everything, so we could be okay. Then maybe we'll just stay tuned on the Twitter, because the Twitter, it will be on there if you want to know what's coming up on there. But yeah, Finland to win 2-1, so Tubbs and Kyle really going against each other, and you know what, I don't blame them. I think both sides can really do. I think the stats really do help Russia. Don't get me wrong, the stats really do help Russia. So we'll just turn off Spotify. I currently had Goldie looking chain playing then. We didn't want that. Yeah, just one change for Finland though. Spav coming out, with Rasmus Schüler coming in. Plays for Duskardens in the Allsvenskan league, which is the Swedish league. Is that league, I think, is still going on. Has that started? Oh, it's a Norwegian league, the Allsvenskan league, actually. No, Swedish. But yeah, big game. That league is still going on, but obviously we'll be missing a couple of players. But yeah, he comes in for Team Spav. And then as for in this group, Belgium topping it on 3 points, then Finland on 3, then Denmark on none with a -1 goal difference, then Russia on -3 goal difference. But this game will get kicked off very, very soon. As I'm going to mute my phone, just in case. I doubt anyone's going to be talking about it in the chat, about Finland, Russia. I've seemingly somehow still got all the Finland games, which is just out of my belief. It just happens that I think Finland started playing at 2 o'clock, and I was like, "I'm fine. I'll take all the Finland games." So there is a couple of more games I will end up covering throughout this tournament, especially when we get to Matchday 3, because not all them games have been confirmed. But it's a great early start from Russia. Another early tackle, but a nice little speed from Russia. And now they'll get good possession in midfield at the start. Juba flicks it on, the shot comes away. Blocked, still falls outside the box to Mario Fernandes. No need for anyone to do our own. You're deserved, we don't expect you to do these games. We'll wait and see, mate. Thank you very much, but we will wait and see. Because the thing is, we're all watching the games regardless, so it doesn't really matter in sort of the landscape of things. It doesn't matter at all. As I forgot to change my team on fantasy, so I think Matthias de Ligt is still in, which is a little bit aggravating. And I think Robert Lewandowski is still captain, but this free kick will come in. Dealt well. And Russia, I think this is going to be, from the start of it, this does seem like a Russian-based possession game. Finland will probably have to use that counter-attack. Teemu Pukki has got a nice bit of pace that we could see be utilised. The worst thing is, right, with a lot of the games, I sometimes haven't been. Normally you can see all the shirt numbers, but for some reason with this pitch, it's a lot harder to. It's just where the sun is. But Finland, they've got the momentum with them, and they've got a very talented midfielder in Glenn Kamara. I mean, obviously, if you watch the Europa League Watchalong in Yugoslavia, he was one of the key players in that game. That I think, barring everything that went on that game, I think he really could have caused a disruption. Loves to be on the ball, and for Rangers, he's been one of them key midfielders. That there is definitely room for Finland to expose Russia at points. They're going to have a throw in their own half, Russia. Mario Fernandes. I said Brazilian in the build-up, but he's been Russian for so long. How long has he played there? Obviously he's 30 now, but I swear down, 2012 he's been playing for Moscow since signed from Gremio. So he's been there for so long. Only played 31 appearances. Only got his debut in 2017. Mario Fernandes. So it would have been 26 when he got that. 31 games, 5 goals. Not many games as well. But I suppose he's only had one major tournament in that time, due to obviously COVID, but it's been stolen back here. Cross comes in, it's a great ball, and it's 1-0 to Finland, and it's Joe Pajampolo, the Union Berlin striker, and I told you he could be one of the dangerous players in this team, and Russia have had the ball stolen off them, and they've been made to pay. And Joel Pajampolo, or however you pronounce it, I think I'm right. What a lethal header from the Finman there. What a header, and it was a defensive mistake not cleared out from the back. And it was stolen, and that is an incredible ball, and it was Rotalia who won it back, plays a lovely lofted ball into the box, and Pajampalo dives in front of 2 Russian defenders, heads it in, picks an angle as well, picks a corner in the bottom left hand side. He beats Baranov, more importantly, for the header. It's going to be checked for something. It's going to be chalked off. Whoa, that is close. And it has been chalked off. It was a great header. It was a great cross. but Pojampalo is offsided. That is something that he cannot control. It is just genuinely the size of his body that has put him offside, and it's something that, I mean, Finland will use this, but if this game ends for Russia in a victory, I think Finland will be severely downhearted. Severely downhearted, because that is such a big goal that's been cancelled. And that is an offside goal, exactly, Tubbs. It's such a shame, because, I mean, in 3 minutes, we could have seen a Finland 1-0 up in another game. I guess another team that plays in red as well. So if I was Belgium, I wouldn't be too excited, but that finish kit is lovely as well. With the flag going across. Cross comes in. Dealt well. Barojai. Obviously that back three will help. It'll allow them fullbacks to overlap in possession of the ball. And I think Russia have sort of done the same there. It will be Daviv and Disakaya, with Baranov dropping down deep and allowing Mario Fernandez and Kuzvaev to push up on them overlaps again. It's in the midfield with Ozdiev. The spat. It's a good ball in. Header's won. It's headed back across the face of goal. It's headed back across the face of goal. It was Zuba to Miranchuk, but it's eventually cleared away. Now Finland are a chance to counter attack with Glenn Kamara. Or Kamara. But he gets hunted down by Baranov, who collects the loose ball. And him and Ozdiev passing it around nice. But a good energetic start to this game. I think that's one thing that Finland both sides need to do. Russia more especially, I mean, a 3-0 loss when you only play 3 games is so bad for goal difference and everything that getting to a quick start, both these teams, I mean, we've seen Finland nearly get an early goal. If Russia can get an early goal as well, they can really dictate the pace of the game. And that's something they will really need to do. I mean, if I'm right in saying, didn't they make 3 subs at half time due to fitness? You can't actually see the time they were subbed off, but apparently they made a lot of subs. Like Cheryshev got subbed off and on, which is absolutely mental. Kamara's just been fouled there. So we're just seeing the Russia's goalkeeper there also being subbed out. Doesn't look like it. I mean, he has some tape, but he's on the bench. But Matvey Safanov coming in. Plays for FC Krasnodar, talented young goalkeeper, only 22 years of old. Old. Started for them in the Champions League last year as well. But Ozdiev, he played into the midfield, and now Russia. Miranchuk, the Atalantan midfielder. And that is a lovely turn there by Kuzayev, the fullback. Couldn't just get it at the ball in the box. It was actually a really good recovery tackle from Ritalia. Just holds him off well. Shields him. Could have been a foul, but I think that's just a 50-50. As Pojampalo there. His head and his arm and his shoulder offside. That's so unfortunate. The thing is, it's all to do. Does that genuinely make a difference to the goal? I don't think it does, but due to his positioning. And I tell you what, the man who was very quiet in that first game, in the second half of that Denmark game, Timu Pukki. So the Norwich forward will be playing Premier League football again. It really was the Pojampalo show if we're talking about both strikers. Pukki not really doing much. Fernandez, testing ball in the middle. And Finland, they deal with it well. They deal with it very well. As yeah, Finland is a back 5. Russia operating in a back 3 when going forward as well. Which is very useful for them. Ball has been kept in and he's lost again. I think quite a scrappy game so far. Both teams not really getting sort of a test of the ball really. So we had that one chance that went in, and then we had the good crossing from Mario Fernandez where Zuba headed it in, and well, didn't head it in, he headed it across the face of goal. And you expect Artem Zuba, them crosses for both sides to be dangerous, two lethal strikers in the air. I mean, Bojan Polo is... I actually don't have his height, unless if you type in H, he might come up, not girlfriend. Height. He's probably not there. He's 1.84 metres. But it's Golovin now. Flicks it back. Cross comes in. Oh, to the other side of the pitch. Oh! And Ozdiev, how's he missed that there? It was passed around so neatly by Russia Golovin. The ball ends up finding Moranchuk in the midfield. He does the smart thing, laying it off to Ozdiev, who then just blazes it over the crossbar. At least got to be getting it on target. Really got to be getting that on target. And Artem Zhuba there, 1.97 metres. You could see a proper great battle in the air. Ball won back by Finland. Now it's Kamara. Thanks. Played across. Right, so just passing around now. Finland, I think, have just got to get a bit of possession here. They don't want to sort of go forward and lose the ball immediately, because that's what's happened really every time they've gone on the ball. Kamara's made a nice run in behind. Tries to lay off to Unanen, and Kamara's gone down injured. Referee, say enough. Fernandez has done the nice thing, kicked out of play. Just clips his ankle there, Kamara. One thing that's great is the World Cup Asian qualifying has literally just finished. And as for the Sports Corner, it's been quite a good day with Australia for me and the A-League boys, them qualifying through to round 3, and then with KL with Iran also getting through. I think one thing that will be very interesting to see if Australia and Iran both qualify for the World Cup, because I think there'll be a nice little Sports Corner beef inside that. I think America's World Cup qualifying schedule has been announced. Yeah, it has. I mean, goes obviously into March 2022. I think luckily they can play the qualifiers a bit later due to the time the World Cup's being played. But they've got Honduras, then Canada, then not Honduras. Is that El Salvador? I don't know who that is, but America. I think I'll definitely be keeping my eye on that. Really like that. I think America have got some great talents for the future. Looks like Heung-min Son is going to be signing a new contract as well with Fulham. No, with Fulham. He's not playing Championship football in the Premier League. Cleared away. Kamara now on the wing. Good defended from Ozdiev. So one thing them two midfielders are going to sort of being challenged for today, as Ozdiev and Baranov going to have to defend well, and they've been forced to, covering the pitch nicely. Russia enjoyed a very successful 2018 World Cup, I think, getting through to the quarterfinals, if I'm correct. Ball play at Moranchuk to Zhuba. Hits the post. Flag wasn't up. Now it's up. And we saw it with the Mbappe goal. I think Ali McCoy summed it up perfectly. Spent why? And we know why the flag doesn't go immediately, because if it isn't offside, it's a pure ref decision. VAR can overturn it. But I think it does ruin it. I think luckily, it's been nice to see sort of English journalists and pundits praising the Euros and how VAR's work, because we all know how it is in England, and really it's pretty shit. But throughout this tournament in other so the other European leagues, it's used to an excellent standard, and it's nice to see that it's happening here, and hopefully our English referees will be able to use this as a bit of an experience. Ball played over the top. Defended well. Pojampalo. He's still Pojampalo. He goes for the shot. He could have laid it off there. And he gets dispossessed, and now it's Golovin sprinting down on the wing. Hunted down by Italia. And it's a great recovery challenge. Afternoon, Chris. Hope you're all good, mate. Hope you're all good. Finland 1, Russia 2. Gone for a Russia win. So I think that's 2 Russia wins in the chat, 1 Finland win. I mean, been quite a 50-50 game, actually. really has two opportunities maybe for both sides where it really could have led to goals that we saw the sort of the head tennis in the box, and then the Juba chance where it's supposed to for Finland, both come from Pojan Polo. One actual disallowed goal, but Juba lays off to Moranchuk. Just a bit of a miscommunication there, as that was Kuzvaev tries to come onto the inside, and the ball's played onto the outside. With F1 as well, they probably won't be a watch-along. Maybe, it depends how much and who's doing the watch-alongs. But it depends, there might not be a French watch-along, which might be nice. It might be a nice, well-rested break. And as for qualifying, when I do Hungary-France, I will need qualifying updates. I love Finland to win, quiet the doubters again, exactly. And I think this will be more vindication. If they can beat Russia, by the fact that, okay, we understand Denmark, but this was when they could say, we're on 6 points, we're practically going to be qualified if Belgium beat Denmark. And then as for the other two teams, that final game, which would be Denmark, Russia, whoever wins that has got the slightest of chance of qualifying through as a third place qualifier. Yeah, don't forget to join KL later on tonight for Italy-Switzerland in what is a huge, huge game. It really is. And then Turkey-Wales being played at the same time. Given away here, Juba tries to lay it off. 401 for Finland to win the Euros. I mean, it's a big ask, Chris. It's a very big ask, but whack a quid on, I suppose. Obviously, yesterday, France taking on Germany, 1-0 victory for them, which absolutely screwed me, because Karim Benzema scored, and I thought, get in there. And then, yeah, it was disallowed, which means I still haven't got one of my free bets, which is, which is not what you want to see. I'm just trying to look at the odds for this game, football, Finland-Russia. Russia the favourites. Finland 5-1. If you want to make a cheeky fiver, I'd say whack a quid on. I really will. Some interesting stats. Pukki, Juba and Golovin to have 8+ shots on target between them. 0 so far. I don't see that happen. Team Pukki being very, very quiet this tournament so far. And in this game, really, it's all about the Union Berlin man. Yeah, it's all about him, but I mean, Russia, if you look at all the betting and stuff, they're the favourites and they're inside the box. Greece won in 2004, exactly. Anything can happen. Anything can well and truly happen. I just think there is, I suppose they said that in 2004 as well. So I suppose there's so much quality in the tournament, but they've probably said that so many times and the odds have been defied. This Kamara does really well there. Into the field to Poyan Palo. Over the top ball. It's a nice ball. If Pukki could get to it and Safanov with brave keeping headed it out there. It's a bit different, but it's a lovely ball over the top. And tell you what, Team Pukki does all he can really do. Nice running behind. Forces Safanov to come out. And great keeping by the Russian goalie. Obviously fight for a starting spot if they're willing to change keepers. His second international game, which is mental. Which is absolutely mental. But Russia, I think Russia have enjoyed the majority of possession, but when Finland get the ball, there's an aura to them. They sort of can move forward here. So we're going to move forward. Ostoyev puts the cross in, and we know that's what they're going to be doing. Hunting for Artem Juba. Oh, he's been his mistake at the back. Juba can't latch on. Good defending from Finland. But a little bit of a mistake. Two players going for the ball, and it allows Juba nearly a chance on goal. Hello, Winval, mate. How are things happening? We have German channels, and ZDF or Das Ert. Oh, is there a reason? If you've got a VPN, watch it on that. There are probably 100%, 100% legal streaming services. If not, stay with me, mate. I'll keep you updated. It's passed around nicely by Russia on that left hand side. Cross comes in. Fernandez broken away from his man. The ball's just a little bit too high. Good ball from Golovin. It's a little bit too high, that's all. But great testing from Russia. And in fairness, I think Urunen there can't really do much. Doesn't jump for the ball, so I feel like if Fernandez heads that on target or in goal, just seeing this ball over the top by Pojampolo and good keeper from Sofanov, could very easily make a mistake there, but heads it way out of danger and avoids a Finnish player. And speaking of Finnish player, it's found one. It's a good ball in behind. Pojampolo shoots, and that's great defending by Deviv. Really strong defending. It was a nice, I think that was Robin Lod who played the ball. It was I think Lod who played the ball in behind. Pojampolo then puts on his right, goes for the shot, and great defending from Deviv there. Really good defending. Fortunately, I don't know actually anything, any websites for watching the game. So I do apologise for that footy bite. And I want to note, as this free kick corner will be crossed in. Well won by Finland. Great defending. Can the Russia defend here? They've gone short. Kamara. Cross comes in to the back post. And it was headed by Tovia. But couldn't get it anywhere on target. Beats Disiaka to the ball. And I mean, not many times Russia have been tested, but you know, give Finland a couple more chances, and I think for both sides we'll definitely see a goal. Hopefully within this first half. It's been given away, and now Finland could come again. Urunen has made a run on the left, not used. Found Kamara. Kamara tries to play it back through to Lod, but Kamara late foul there on Zobnin. Yeah, in the Krostovsky Stadium, which is a Gazprom arena. Zenit play there. It's a lovely stadium. Is that the stadium which the Warzone one was based on? I think it is, if I'm right. Yeah. If you are a big Warzone player, this is a stadium it's based off. As Kamara's just been yellow carded here, I'm guessing for back chat, because I don't think the challenge was nothing to be carded about, but it could be due to back chat. 21 minutes here though, and not a good start. Would have been nice to see a goal. So is it 2 yellow cards or will be 2 yellow cards and you're suspended, aren't you, for a game? Which is a mental thing. Good ball in behind. Controlled well by Golovin. Another cross comes in. Fernandez is in the box. He heads it. Juba tries to control it down. Fernandez he's landed on his back very awkwardly there. Oh, oof. It's the one that says shivers up your spine, really. Because he lands right on the back. Oh, lands on the back of his chest. Oh. Not nice at all. And he's still down. Proper winder of a header that is. Just going to spray it there with a bit of cold spray, but not the most comfiest of landings as we're 23 minutes into this game. Just looking to see if I can see it. Never mind if I can see. It's not KSI. No, what I was looking for. Because I saw that there. Because this is what I wanted to see. Because do you know the guy that parachuted in the stadium last night? It was, by the way, it's a great touch by Golovin. Really good touch against Rujai. Rujai Latsov doesn't even allow him to put the cross in because it's just a lovely ball. And obviously that awful landing for Fernandez. So it was a Greenpeace activist. I didn't know what it said. But he nearly crashes into the... I remember seeing the clips. He nearly crashes into the fans in the stadium, which is... well, especially with what he had on. Not the smartest, I would say. Not the smartest at all. Oh, and this is not good. We're going to see the stretch here for Mario Fernandes. And that is not nice to see at all. As there is going to be an early sub for Russia here, and it's going to be Vashilav Karavayev. There we go. Karavayev coming on. And it's not nice to see Fernandes come off here. But Karavayev. Big change for Russia because it's an early change. But Mario Fernandes will be able to play in this game. Probably rules him out for the Euros, which he will not want. Very experienced player, played in Russia for his entire career, practically played a bit for Gremio, but hopefully, I don't know if they're still going to have to use his stretcher out there, which is not nice to see from Fernandes. But Finland now, and Russia, they've just got to use this breaking play, get sort of a breather. And you see the Russian coach there, Shershov, talking to his Russian players, telling him what he wants to see. Former goalkeeper, rocked an absolutely lovely moustache. Obviously reached quarterfinals. As I just saw a really strange news highlight. A really strange title. I'm just trying to see where the Russian coach was managed. So it was really nowhere. Dynamo Moscow. Last team was Legia Warsaw, but 2016 he has managed. I'm so good to see. He was named Coach of the Year in the nomination Pride of Russia by the Ministry Sport of them. Used to play really a Russian man at heart. Really played for nearly every single Moscow team. Spartak, Lokomotiv, played a bit for Dynamo Dresden. Spartak again, really probably a Spartak legend if we look at it. It's going to be a yellow card for Baranov there. And this referee not afraid to give them out. Really not afraid to give out the cards, and it's sort of why I quite like him. It really is. Danny Mikkelsen, I think is it. If I'm right in saying. But yeah. We've already had a goal in this game. Was ruled out due to offside, but Bojan headed in with a nice, really, really nice header. But with just confirmation that sub, Mario Fernandes off with an injury. And Karavayev. But Bojan Polo's won it back here again. He's inside the box. Just took way too many touches. And Zika gets the header back. Gets the ball back, sorry. Just couldn't get out from under his feet. Took way too many touches to get it controlled. Yeah, Danny Makele. Who, if I'm right, where does he referee? Not who scored. Well, who scored we can see. Eredivisie champion. Wait, is this as a former player? This is as a referee's first Euros as well, if I'm right. Yeah, he's an Eredivisie referee, but we've seen him referee in the Champions League the majority of the time. That Real Madrid-Chelsea game, the first leg. And that's Sevilla Dortmund, that's why I recognise him. So refed a couple of games of Champions League. I really like him, doesn't take much SHIT, slightly. Oh, it's not as serious as it looks now, American. It was just a nasty winding. Obviously I'm not going to speculate, but not a nice landing from Fernandes. Karavayev will have to come on and do the same job as him. Fernandes was testing in that first half, because if Juba wasn't in the head of the man who was sort of at the back post waiting was Fernandes, especially, and also putting them balls in was Fernandes. So will be a miss, but Karavayev will have to come in, do the job of speaking of him. Passing the ball around with him and Baranov. Switch across to the left for Russia. Chance to go forward. They can, a little bit of space in the midfield for Moranchuk, if they can spot him. They can't. But you see where they go. They move across to the wing. Cross comes into Juba. Juba wins the header. Overhead into the box. Juba doesn't win the header. Cleared away well by Urinen, the fullback. But again, you see what they do, and obviously all these teams will be looking at Russia if they do qualify throughout this group. They will look at Artem Zhuba and really focus all their resources on him, because it's what they're piling the balls for him. It's getting more brave defending from Rowan, keeps the ball in play, at least lets it go for a throw rather than a corner. But Moranchuk, lovely back heel. Ozyev crosses it in. And again, Yudinin with another very important block. Hello, AVS fam. Hope you're all good. Hope you are okay. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here. You're probably not, but if you are, don't forget to share with your friends. As we have 15 minutes left in the second half, and I think Russia have really found their feet now. As it's Golovin who will cross this ball in. And it was a header one. Not Zhuba this time. The VF just goes over the crossbar. Here with a lot of power by Golovin. And Finland can actually just have a little bit of a breather here. And the thing is, both keepers haven't been tested. Safanov a little bit with that ball over the top by Pojampalo, with Puk trying to get into the end of it. But on the other side, really Lucas Hradetsky hasn't been tested at all. It was O'Shaughnessy who makes a block on the first Zhuba chance, and I think then that back. Luckily, it's a back five with three centre halves that can all challenge Zhuba for a header, which does mean that it does allow it sort of calms the worries of Zhuba winning every single header. I mean, he has done it so far, as that's a lovely ball. Finds Kamara on the wing. Puk and Pojampalo were in the box. Instead, he slows the game down. Unionen was arriving. Forced to go back to the Finnish defenders. Passing around nicely in Finland. Lod to Puk. Finds Lod. Oh, and that's such a poor touch. But Puk on the follow-up. That's a really poor... I mean, the whistle already gone. But if that whistle wasn't blown, that's a poor kick by Puk. But nice little... Lod and Puk linking up really well. It was a foul by Lod on Abadyanov. So little opportunities for Finland, who were coming into the underdogs in this game. But look at that. That ball over the top. It doesn't even need to be a ball that loops over the centre half to find a striker latching on. You can just ping it up and Zhuba's going to win the header. And this is what makes Russia, at points, I think that World Cup, but can be a dangerous side. I think they've had fitness issues, don't get me wrong, but they could be a very good side when they target Zhuba. He doesn't lose a header. It's really... Timu Puk. See, how do you pronounce... I think it's just an accent thing, the way I pronounce it. Is it Puki? Pukki. I think it's just an accent thing. Shall I find out pronunciation of it? Go on. Transfer market, and they normally have a pronunciation section. They do not for Timu Puk. Did I say he was Spanish? Oh, he's with the Spanish agency. I thought he said he was Spanish. Joined Norwich from Bromby on a free. 3 years ago, probably become one of their better players. Really, one of their best players. Played for Celtic a bit as well. On Schalke. Yeah, being obviously one of Norwich's standout players. Helped him get promoted. Sort of helped him get relegated at the same time and helped him get re-promoted. It's a late challenging stand by Ozdoyev, and the yellow cards are thrown now because it's Ozdoyev, Baranov and Kamara, all of them yellows. Tactical foul, he knows what he's doing. Clipping Kamara there. I thought it was a good tackle at first. I really thought he got the ball, he did not. I mean, it took a while for this free kick to get taken. Eventually goes Kamara to Udinen. So my pronunciation will not be correct. I already know when I was looking at this game, I was like, this is going to be tough. For someone who doesn't have the best pronunciation as well as trying to pronounce the full Finnish and Russian sides, two of the hardest teams. It's not looking for the refs of the Euros, and there's an attitude. In fairness, it's strange because it's obviously the Euros. You expect every referee to be European, but we see it's the first time we're going to see it in this game. Daniel O'Shaughnessy's long throw, and it's a big throw, and finds the hands of Safanov. Good long throw. Didn't really find anyone, but it's another area that makes Finland dangerous. That long throw from O'Shaughnessy. Especially with Pojampolo in the box. You can really sort of find. But yeah, you do expect that all the referees of the Euros would be European. Same with like the Copa Libertadores. Not Libertadores, Copa America. You expect them all to be South American. Good ball though. Cross comes in. Header's won. And header's wide. This time Ozdoyev wins the header. But that crossing from Russia has been dangerous all game. Just can't get it on target is, I think, the problem for them. It really is. In England, who are like referees? Because all our referees aren't English, are they? But you don't see like really any like German referees, do you? EPL referees. Here we go. Appointments news. I don't want to get the. We'll talk about the fixtures at half time. The referee index. So is this all of them? So they haven't been confirmed this year. But let's look last year. It's looking they're all English, aren't they? I know there's that the Aussie referee, whose clip you've definitely seen it. The clip of him going viral when they mic'd him up. Obviously, I think he's talked a lot more because he's mic'd up and he knows it. Mark Oliver, by the way, refereeing the most games last season. Yeah, it's very interesting. Good ball in. He's looking at the back post. Ooh. And Unen has made a great challenge, but both players have come together. And there's two players down here. Unen has just took a stud to the face. Absolutely meaty challenge from him, though. It was Karavayev who was lurking at the back post. He's gone to poke it in. Unen has slid, turned and kicked it out. Karavev's hit the post, and then as Karavev sort of swung round after hitting it, he's clipped Udinen's in the face. But that's really great defending from him. Just about. I think he's okay, Udinen. It doesn't look serious. Yeah. Oof. Not nice though. Karavev runs right into the post. Not the most comfiest of landings. And we can just see the medical team there. Probably getting stitches. As the player who actually was down longer is Karyavev, the Russian fullback who came off the bench. And will Russia be forced to make a second right back change? I don't think they will. I think they'll be okay. And they're just showing Udin, one of the best defenders on the pitch so far. He's got a big red mark, but he is okay. I'm trying to see Karyavev. I think he's back up on his feet, walking around. Maybe not the most comfy, but he's walking around at least. Yeah, that corner's going to come and goal of him. It's crossed in. It's a good ball. And another player down injured this time. Was that Toivio, the captain? Arushai, who is the captain. Just gets his ankle caught there. Not the most pleasant of injuries. Again, obviously, a lot of different pronunciations. It's one thing that I want to actually get good at is learning how to pronounce everyone's name in their home country. It'd be the equivalent if someone who wasn't English or Irish kept on pronouncing my name wrong. Luckily, it's a very simple name. If you hate Hero Club family, it's a simple name, but like Rowan is, that's such a poor touch. It was Lud who played. Just couldn't get the ball under control from under his feet. Keeps out of play, but there was so much room on that left-hand side if they could utilise it. And, I mean, I think Russia have definitely been the better side here. Finland have definitely had their moments, and it was a shame that they couldn't capitalise on the disallowed goal, because I think that really would have swung the momentum in their favour. But instead, we sat here looking at 0-0. As it stands, headers, no one in the midfield, and Kamara shepped out. Karavev loses it. Now to Timu Puke, who will get a hand to his face and a free kick for his troubles. Yeah, just goes at the mouth there. Baranov does, and Baranov, got to be careful, he's already on a yellow card. So we see how much a red card can make the difference with the Gregor Chukoviak getting sent off in that Poland game that I did the Watchalong for with Poland-Slovakia. We have South Finland, Russia here. Don't forget, Italy versus Switzerland. We will be live at probably 528. That will be with KL. So we'll get everything sorted for that straight after the stream. Well, in fairness, there's not much change. I just need to do lineups, luckily. Because it's on the stream, yeah, I just need the lineups. Five minutes left, and Russia the better of the sides. And we'll have a look at really half-time the stats, and I think we'll know what they'll say, but it would be interesting to see if there were any outliers in there. Not over yet, though. Baranov. Good ball over the top if it can be found. No, it's not. Again, great defender by Unan again. Really, has been one of the best players on the pitch. To Miranchuk. Back to Babanov. Possible man of match performance for him, possibly. I think if this game does stay 0-0 and Finland keep a clean sheet and only maybe one goal, I would definitely say he's up there. The problem is when Finland get the ball clear, it just goes straight to a Russian player. There's lurking. Golovin tries to play it into the midfield to Ozdiev. Doesn't go there. Ball cleared. Not as far as Karyavev. Great tackle by Aruzhai. Ball won back by Russia though. We'll go back to Sofanov. He's pushed up. Look like Ronaldo as my captain on fantasy. You lucky fuck, quietly. For me, I really should have just changed it. I should have stop this game, unless can I still make changes? Nope, I cannot. I'm an idiot. It's Golovin. So Golovin is currently playing. Still into the box, Juba. Karyavev puts it in, it's a poor bomb. Cleared away. Okay, I managed to take out Delict off the bench though. So I have got 4 defences. Guerrero, Munier, Pau Torres and Ruben Dias. Who did I have in match day 1 then? Oh, Delict managed to be taken off anyway. Made a couple of changes, I think. It's looking. Yeah. I had Bellingham's. Also, does it just give you automatically all your best players? Because if it does, that's quite interesting. Because I was looking, because like I had Bellingham there, and I'm pretty confident I didn't have Bellingham starting. I'm pretty confident I had him in the bench. I think my bench was Sevcic, Bellingham, one of the defenders. Don't know who it would have been. Would have been Torres, maybe? But Ozdiev whips the ball in. To Golovin. Oh, a bit too much of a heavy touch. Russia will come again, knocking on the door. And they'll find Lukas Hradecki, the Bayer Leverkusen goalkeeper again. As much as they've had the ball in Finland's half, Hradecki has not been tested. I am 3rd in the league. This is miles above from what happened in our FPL league we've got. I may have finished dead last. I just forgot about it. And as for here, I'm 3rd. I'm proud of myself. So proud of myself. Where's KL? Because okay, this is last week's. We had a bit of a stinker. We had quite a bit of a stinker actually. It's looking so Ginter got 2 points. Oh, he had no man. It does apply bench players because Lukas Hradecki was on the bench for KL last week when he saved all them penalties. He is now in the game though. Now 1 point. He really has. I just realised he has really dropped his Gladbach boys as well. KL has. which I'll end up having a chat later on. You may see me, you may not. It'll be one of them ones. Hopefully you don't. So it means that Kale's having a good stream. And he hasn't lagged out. So bloody Richard Branson's internet. But, so looking at Fabrizio Romano right now, this game really has petered out, I think. Not done much at all. I think Russia have had opportunities, but they haven't made them pay. Finland, obviously, a couple of goals, but nothing to scream and shout about. Ball in the box, and Team Puki now, if he can win that, doesn't win it back. But Atletico Madrid turned down an opening proposal from Manchester United for Kieran Trippier. Price tag's around 40 million. Tommy Eaton's about to sign his medical as well, but Kieran Trippier for Manchester United, really? When you've got Wan-Bissaka, do you really need another fullback like Kieran Trippier who could get starting for any other team? Obviously, 6 minutes of that start had to stop at time so much because of the Mario Fernandes injury, so we hope he is okay. Finland will come for the first time in a long while now. Raitala tries to play it, and it was a back heel from, I think, Schuler that doesn't go anyone. Good counter-attack here from Russia. A lot of open space on the left. It's a poor ball. Kuzvaev to Golovin. Golovin. Cross comes in. Zhuba's pulled away from his man. He's still with Zhuba. He's actually moved out of the box now. Plays it through. Ball's kept in. And cleared away by Finland and by Uranen. Still Russia though. Baranov to Zhuba. To Kamara now. Lost in the midfield. Chance for Russia now. To Ozdiev. Puts outside the box. Zhuba. To Miranchuk. And that is a lovely finish and a lovely goal by Russia. In stoppage time, an injury to their own man has sort of benefited Russia at this point. Really good finish. Really good finish from Miranchuk there. And it was lost in the midfield by Finland. And then, on the follow-up, they go forward, Russia. And it was Baranov who spotted it. To Ozdiev. Ozdiev then lays it off to Miranchuk. Who loved it. That's what Zhuba's so good at, using his strength. Open his bodies up, then Miranchuk still has a lot of work to do. He goes, puts it on his left, and he just dinks it past Lucas Hradeska. And I said he had been tested, and should he be saving that? Oh, it's a minimal angle, but it's a great finish. It's an incredible finish from the Atalanta man. And Russia are leading. And I tell you what, if Denmark could get a win against Belgium, this group gets very, very interested in going into that final day. I think everyone tomorrow will be rooting for Denmark for the sake of the Euros and the group. And Denmark have definitely got the talent to beat Belgium. I mean, Belgium do look like a team on fire, possible candidates to win it. And right now, I also really do regret choosing Germany as my tournament winners. They didn't look on it massively on it. I mean, I don't think they look awful, but I don't think they look very convincing, I would say. But they didn't allow France to score. It came from an own goal. But that is a lovely finish. A really lovely finish. As I will just reply to John. I'll reply at half-time. Again, send me the code. Russia, they can still come again here. Kabayev, sorry. To Ozdoyev. Kabayev made a nice little run, but it's not used. Golovin crosses it in. Zhuba wins a header. And this time Lucas Hradeski actually makes a save. 2 seconds. Just trying to get everything sorted for later on as well. But 1-0 to Russia, and it's a shame because Finland have had moments, because Udinen to Watchalong. Udinen lays off to Kamara. Into the midfield, back to Kamara. And they try to pass it around with each other. Finland have still got it. Udinen going to cross this ball in. It's a decent ball. Watchalong on sort of the overhead. Just puts it over the crossbar. Oh, wide of the bar, sorry. It would have been an incredible goal if he puts out there. As you'll see in like a couple of minutes, who are doing the matches tomorrow. But Watchalong, this game could have been 1-1 if that first goal wasn't offside from Finland. But Maranchuk with a lovely piece of footwork and finishing to put it in the back of the net and give Russia the lead. It's Karyavev to Zhuba. Didn't play off. Teemu Pukki. Still Teemu Pukki now. Can he drive at them? Stu Pukki just takes too long into the midfield. Switched across by Shula onto that right hand side. Reitala puts the ball in. Goes over 2 Swedish players. Foul in the box. 10 seconds left of this first half, and I think it's over. First half. Just Pukki there, couldn't get involved. It was Watchalong, I think, in the back of the head, of Ziaka. As that half-time whistle will go, and it is currently 1-0 to Russia, and Maranchuk with a great goal, with a really, really good finish. Just puts it onto his left and dinks it past Herdeke. But 1-0 right now as it stands. Russia are leading. We did have 2 goals in this game. One was offside though, unfortunately. Also, was to watch, it was Artem Zhuba on the assists right now as it stands. Don't forget, if you are just want to know about the Euros, Turkey vs Wales, that will be on at 5 o'clock. There will be no watch along for it, but definitely tune in to that game on whatever channel it is in your country. And then Italy vs Switzerland, 8 PM, will be covered by KL, Big Swiss contingent and fan in this game. As for the home, not the team lineups, we didn't want that. We wanted, I've lost it. It's not even on my screen anymore. Where is it? There it is. This is what's coming up on the channel. Obviously, you're watching the Finland-Russia watch-along. Right now, 1-0 to Russia. Maranchuk with a lovely finish. Then later on tonight, Italy versus Switzerland. That will be with KL. Italy coming off 3-0 and Switzerland coming off an undeserved 1-1 draw. They should have been winning that. Then, later on, if this game ends 1-0 to Russia, everyone will be rooting for Denmark against Belgium. That's at 10-5 with Josh tomorrow. And then later on in the evening, it's KL again with Netherlands versus Austria. I had the pleasure of watching Netherlands. They're a fun side to watch. Can Austria dethrone them? Then I will be back on the 18th at 5-2, Sweden versus Slovakia. Slovakia coming off a draw there. And then obviously you are watching Finland, Russia. I will go get some music. And I will be back. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat. And I will be back in literally 4 minutes. I've just got to sort something out for the stream later on. So we will play this music. Don't forget, check out all the social media channels. They're here on the screen. The Sports Corner, you're already on YouTube, like, subscribe. Twitter is @the_top corner. The website is sports-corner.com. Instagram is _sportscorner_. We are back. I knew I was going to be on. I knew I was only going to give that play. Might be there for the kill for him the stream later on. Turn down the music a little bit. There you go. As we are back, we are back. I can still hear the music. It's very loud. Very loud indeed. So I saw your message, Kyle. Ron, if you don't mind me saying this, but as a League of Ireland fan, I really hate this new Europa Conference League. Ireland will not be applicable for the Europa League. Really? So that means league winners in the Champions League who lose the first qualifying round drop to Europa Conference, and teams who finish second, third, and fourth also get into the conference. I'm so not. Really? That is scumbagger. Hold up. Is that true? That is. Let's have a look here. You know what? We'll load up Streamlabs here. You know what? We'll put some music on in the background. And we'll put it quite quiet. We'll play this one. If I put it quiet for me, and then I can boost the sound up for you if I need to. Well, we can put that on full whack actually. Because it's quiet for me and then loud for you lot. But yeah, that is so strange. Let's have a look at this. Because you would have thought that they would have tried to right, so Europa League 2021-22 qualifying. Not Watchalong. Qualification, here we go. Let's have a look. We can trust Wikipedia. Right. So, where's being heard? Sevilla. Okay. Association ranking. So from the associates are allocated places due to the 2020 coefficient. Apart from the allocation based on the country coefficients, associate may have additional teams participate in the Europa League. So bar coefficients, so Spain, England, Germany, Italy and France can get 2 additional teams. And Ireland are not on there. Wales, they don't get any additional teams. Yeah, I'm looking at Ireland, that is mental. So right now the teams that are confirmed are Sociedad Betis, Frankfurt Leverkusen, Lyon Marseille, Leicester, West Ham, Napoli, Lazio, Braga and Lokomotiv Moscow, as they won the Russian Cup and Braga won the Portuguese Cup. The playoff round is Antwerp, Sturm Graz, Randers, Zorya Luhansk, AZ Alkmaar and Fenerbahce. It's mental because I'm just looking at... Yeah, I'm looking at the way that the qualification works. Current player size, obviously, based on the group stage. Third qualifying round, so you've got St. Johnson, Jabinlek, and then Antonius Famagusta. That's such a shame. Oh, here we go. Qualifying round. So, the draw for third qualifying round will be held on the 19th of July. So the champions path is Zagreb or Q1 opponents, first qualifying round, so obviously that's not even happened yet. So who were in the first qualifying? Such a shame. So it's a shame that Ireland, there we go, see, that Ireland don't get anything for going through at all. It really is such a shame. It really is. Domestic Cups, Republic of Ireland, you can't even click on it. I'm going to load up YouTube chat as well. Here we go. About this, UEFA and money grabbing jokes who favour the big teams dump the exactly. 2-1 Finland, 2-0 Wales, 3-0 Italy is there. Going for a Wales win, interesting. Going for a high Italy win, very interesting. You've seen Finland getting a comeback. But good to see everyone in the chat. Hello Billy as well. I did miss your comment. Hello mate. I'm actually, Kyle's got me very interested. It's the Airtricity League, and I know it's probably not pronounced that. Airtricity League, League of Ireland. Yeah, you're Irish, right? You're not Northern Irish. I'll say I'd be offending you then. You're okay. So, see, the season's still going on, isn't it? Yeah. As what's got cold up. Here we go. There we go. Wikipedia, because you can always trust it, and I know that sounds so stupid. So that's list of winners by season. Obviously, Shamrock won it last year. Managers. It's fine. Current managers. Okay. That's top scorers. We don't care about that. Sean Maguire. Why do I recognise him? That's why. Plays for Preston. I thought I recognised him. A player of the year. We don't care for that. Attendance. Here we go. Sponsorship. So the League of Ireland. This is it, isn't it? Yeah. This might just give me a bit more clarification. Here we go. Champions League. No. That's very strange. Really, really strange. Ireland. Europa League. Not Northern Ireland, Ireland. It is mental, innit? It's absolutely, it's such a shame. It really is. Here we go. Thank you, RTA. Irish clubs in the European draws. Here we go. And when was this? Wait, when was this? Please say this was this year. Yeah, 17 hours ago. Today marks the beginning of a new season of European club action for Irish sides. Okay, so let's look at Champions League structure. Shamrock Rovers are back in the top tier competition after their Dundalk reached group stage of the Europa League last year. Okay, right. So just looking here. The Hoops head in the first round of UCL qualifying. Defeating the competition will move them to the second round of the Europa League. However, Champions League win will mean 3 more European times, so they'll play the second round qualifier. A third round Europa League qualifying round spot if they lose in round 2. Victory in round 3 of the Europa League guaranteed conference groups. Fucking hell. A playoff for the ECL is if losing in round. This is myth. There is so much at stake for them. The Shamrock Rovers are the champions path of competition, so they'll avoid as they drop down. So they will avoid Tottenham and Roma. Okay. Here we go. So Shamrock Rovers next with the UEFA Champions League first qualifying draw tomorrow at 11. So that's today, if I'm correct. Ooh, is that right? Hold up. Hold up. That could be today. It might have already been. So we could be absolutely waffling here about it. So we'll just check the games are back here. Okay. So it's Zagreb. They can play Zagreb Ludogorets, Malmo, Cluj, Legia Warsaw, Sheriff Tiraspol, Ferencváros, Shkenja Tetsov, Slovan Bratislava, Dinamo Tbilisi, Zalgiris Vilnius, Alskirk FC, Florida Tallinn, Buduknos Podgorica, Kalit Almaty, and Lincoln Reading. So they have got a good chance. Okay, one win. Okay, right. So they can get through. The other 3 Irish sides in Europe head to the Europa Conference League group stage. So Dundalk, Bohemians, and Sligo all enter at the first round stage. Nations such as nothing. Okay. So structure. Okay, so this is interesting. They can play so many more. The first round draw takes place Tuesday at 11 AM. We're already past Tuesday. So I might have a look at these draws. It keeps me interested. This is music. I actually quite like having the music playing while we're talking about stuff. Well, before we carry on looking at Irish football, as much as I've enjoyed it, I'll read Carl's comment in a second. These are the team lineups. If you are new and really want to watch the second half, it's Lucas Herideski in net, Jerry Unanen, Daniel O'Shaughnessy, Paulos Arujai, Juna Toivo, and Yuka Ratalia as back 5. Then it is Glenn Kamara, Rasmus Schüller, and Robin Lod. Then up front is Timo Pukki and Joe Pojampalo. On the bench is Jordan, Jakoda, Väisänen, Jensen, Suri, Spav, Alko, Kuko, Lapalainen, Valkari, Ivanov, and Force. And then as for Russia, it is Matvey Safanov in net, Dalo Kuzvaev, Georgian Sika, Igor Daviv, and then not Mario Fernandez. Unfortunately, Mario Fernandez had to be stretched off in what was really not a nice landing. Lands on something, it's fine there. So Vacilav Karyev did come on for him. Then it is Ozgiev, Baranov, and Zobnin. Then Golovin, Zhuba, and Miranchuk. Miranchuk getting on the scorch with a lovely little goal. And then on the bench is Shunin, Jupin, Karyev, Semenov, so not kind of annoying, Semenov, Sherishev, Zoblev, Zablin instead, and Zemledinov, Fomin, Eugeniev, Makarov, and Mukhin. So those are the benches for the sides. I don't know when we're going to get underway yet. But we're going back to the Champions League because it has been drawn. So that's Champions League past second qualifying. First, we've got the games. Here we go. Right. So this is the first qualifying round. Here we go. So Fuller Etch, who are a Luxembourg side, they're playing Lincoln Red Imps in 2 weeks. There's Slovan Bratislava. So that's on my Yorkshire. Slovan Bratislava play Shamrock Rovers, so tough tie for Shamrock. Malmo play Riga. Bodo/Glimt, is that whoever wins the game, I'm guessing. No, that's the team. Legia versus Legia Warsaw. Konitski play Alskirk. HJK play Podgorica. Cluj play Borac Banja Luna. Shekendija from North Macedonia play Luda. Tuta play Sheriff Tiraspol. Dynamo Tbilisi play Nishket Baku. Maccabi Haifa play Kiryat. Ludogorets Rasgrad. They play Shakhtar Sigliske. Ferencváros play the winners of the preliminary, there we go, which is Folgor and Pristina. That is happening next week. Or Hibi Torshavn versus Interclub de Escalades, which is an absolute incredible name in the Andorran League. What a name that is. Zalgiris play Linfield, obviously the Northern Irish contingent. Flora play Hibs, and Dynamo Zagreb, toughest team in there, play Valor. And then as you can see, the winners. You can actually see who some of the teams will play. So the winners of match 16 are Zagreb or Valor going to play Nicosia Ammonia. As this game does get back underway, so we will stop looking at the Champions League. I appreciate everyone bearing with me, as we are back. The game is back, and generally that's something that just really got me interested, was looking at all that. So I apologise if it was an utter drag, but we are back for the start of the second half. I mean, we've already started, but don't want to get too political, but no matter if you're born in the Republic of North Irish, and you're Irish, there's no Northern Irish in my eyes, but that's me, so yeah, I'm Irish. Legend. That's the thing, it's because you're two different countries, and it's sort of the thing of, you are Irish technically, but the people from Republic, it's one thing that's very interesting about UK schools. You don't get taught about your other, like, I understand not learning about like Germany, Sweden, like Germany, France, etc. But it's interesting you don't learn about Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, just considering we live so close, and there's a high chance that you could end up working there, or not even working there, just interacting with a lot more people. But it was a run on the inside by Kazayev, the good defender from Italia. It was a good first touch, heavy. Second touch was a bit heavy. Tries to play it across, and it was Ritali who just applied that pressure and allowed the ball to get to Lucas Herdecke. We're absolutely having a mouth fart today. It's been awful. It's because just with the names and stuff. There's Puke just giving away a foul on Golovin. Poor first touch there from Puke, and then he has to fight to win the ball back. Commits a foul which he shouldn't be committing. He really should be committing fouls on that kind of level. Ball tried to be played over the top. We'll go for a Finnish goal kick. Yo, guess what? You used to follow the game. Guess what? You used to watch the game. The Sports Corner. I'll go footy bite. I don't know how loud I'm supposed to say it in case anyone hears. I'm not advocating, Lisa. I'm a tiny bit quiet. That is fine. Thank you very much. Going about, I will turn myself up. There we go. Is this all good? I'm worried. Only because the fan is there, as you can see. No, there. And it's absolutely roasting in my room. So I need to have it on. But I didn't want to let the mic hit the fan, so I've moved my mic a little bit to the right, so you shouldn't get the full direct force of it. I actually don't mind myself as easy. Obviously, if you know my previous setup, it's my two monitors, then my bed. Whereas here, not as much. You can just see the plain white wall. In fact, I could cover it all up and you wouldn't know where I was. Lurdo plays a good ball in behind. Pukey! Defeyev there. As he made the challenge, but that's a great ball by Lud. And he goes for the shot. And I think that it probably should have been a corner, but oh no, it's come off Puke. Great defending from Devev. We saw it earlier with Rowan making that last-ditch tackle. Pookie there. Could he do much better? No, he goes for the shot first time. Such a good opportunity. You see teletext? Fuck off. Teletext is so old. I was obviously alive during teletext, but you know that's the thing of the ages. In fairness, I do remember before I had basically the old flat we lived in, we didn't have internet. So I remember you'd click the red button, and then it'd be BBC red button, and then you'd have to scroll down to sports, then you'd have to go to football, then I think you'd have to go to you'd have to choose the league, and then you could scroll through and look at all the scores. Bobby's given away. Chance for Finland here. Poyampolo. Couldn't get it under control, but still with them. To Lord. Plays it back out to the wing to Poyampolo. Who you actually want. It exists in Germany still. Is that where you're from? You're from Germany, Wimbow? I swear we've had this conversation before, actually. We probably have. Because I think in my head I had you were American, but you were living in a different country. Then I had in my head that you were South African. To me, you've just been a bunch of different nationalities. O'Shaughnessy tries to play the ball in. And the ball goes straight to Stefano's hand. Unless the country you're in, do they use German TV? So, that makes sense. Russian out there, we'll come here. And I love a little run. Better enough. Into the midfield to Ozdiev. Got time now. To Miranchuk. To Golovin. He's got a man up and left, he wants to use him. Doesn't. Goes for himself! And it just goes past the post. Streaming box has jump. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. But that was so close from Golovin. Just misses the bottom left. Maybe Herdek is saving that, but it was a tough. It was a very. Why is that trending on Twitter? But Dortmund's pre-season friendlies has been confirmed. FC Geissen, then Duisburg and Bochum, then Atletico Bilbao, and then Bologna. Not the most convincing of pre-season friendlies. You know, it's the Coupe de Transition. I'm pretty confident they play Bochum and Duisburg every season. See a picture of Urban Meyer. Oh, this won't please anyone. Ajuba to Golovin. Still Golovin. Baranov. Ozdiev, good ball in behind. Just couldn't get to it there, Karyev. A Moroccan channels. Surprising combination of Germany and Morocco. Yeah, I mean, Bilbao's a good friend. I think Bologna is as well. But then first three, I suppose, is just the fitness games. But if you're a motorsport fan, Kevin Magnussen will be making his IndyCar debut, which is great. Which is really good. Because obviously, him and Grosjean both left Haas. And now they're both going to be... going to be driving in the IndyCar. He's replacing Felix Grönqvist. He's not been cleared to race the next race from Arrow. Pukki goes for the shot. Safanov parries, he collects. Finland looking a little bit more dangerous now. Teemu Pukki trying to get into this game. So Finland are knocking on the door of Russia. Not the most convincing of saves from Safanov, but again, hasn't been tested. That's probably his first proper save of the game. But 1-0 to Russia right now. Yeah, as you said, I think Bilbao is a decent friendly. World testers. Shame we couldn't get like one really big side. You know you're going to be playing Bayern in the Super Cup, so the sort of thing. But it would have been nice to play either a big like Serie A side or a big Prem side. If that was possible, just to get like for the Champions League we could play them and have a really good experience. Actually, yeah, but Russia really. I wish I could send you, but I say my Twitter. If you could put a link to it, or if you could, no, you don't have Twitter. Well, it's a shit. Who have you started beef with? Because I have. So good ball in, but we'll go all the way out for a goal kick. Russia crossing into the box. Had a couple of times now. It was zobbing in this time. Just couldn't spot anyone. Say why in chat. I don't care. We're not going to ban you for saying... Unless you said something horrid. If you said something horrid, you deserve it. But Puka can't win the header. No subs from us, both team. No half-time changes. I mean, you look at the Russia bench. Denis Cheryshev is a player you expect to come on and probably could make an impact for Russia. Cheryshev is one of the key players, really key for them. Sobolev as well, Alexander Sobolev, played for Spartak's forward. He's another player you can see coming on. As for Finland, I don't really know. Fredrik Jensen will probably come on, the Augsburg player. And Tim Sparv as well, because Tim Sparv obviously started that last game. I'd love to see Dortmund versus Seattle Sounders. I'd love to see them last game. Once I graduate from university and get an actual job and I'm not lazy, it is saving time because I want to go to the 2026 World Cup. But don't matter because the ball's found on the wing. It's Robin Lord and it just cut. It's a really good block by Hajike. It's a really good block. Lad tried to get an opportunity there. One of my friends beat for the foot, and then he sent a threat to me. Jesus. Don't worry, Wimval, because I once messaged my mate on Xbox as a joke, called him, swore at him. He then reported me to Xbox as a joke. I got communication banned for a week. 3 months, Jesus. Yeah, but my ban was a week, and it wasn't on Twitter. It was on Xbox, which I don't know if that's more sad or not, but you know, Finland are getting a couple more opportunities in this game, but they really need to at least get it into the back of the net. If you look at the stats, Finland 7 shots, 1 on target, Russia 8. The percentage possession though, 66% possession for Russia, 34 for Finland. And it stands right now, the group looks like Belgium, top of the group on 3 points. Then Russia, second on a -2 goal difference. I don't know how they would be higher than Finland, head-to-head possibly. And then Finland, a third on 3 points, but it could change. Who said the end? It is a really good way. Good ball in, Reitler. Pookie couldn't win the header. There's a really funny reason though in here. Finland though, they're not stopping. They're applying pressure, applying a lot of pressure now. So let's see if they can make it work. Cross comes in, headed away. He said one player scored more goals than my favourite player. Jesus, Wimval. Not the best way to get banned. Starts over and arguing with your mate. What players? Maybe we can get it happen here. I'm looking forward to next season, just to see what happens with Stefan Tigges. Because he'll be in Bundesliga 3, but also I want to see him be in the Dortmund starting 11, not starting 11. God, in the Dortmund bench. One thing I do need to do is I want to buy the Dortmund 2021 jersey. It's 26 quid instead of 70. I don't know how the deal's there. I am adding an extra 9 quid because I'm going to get Stefan Tigges on the back. You can get your own, but there's no point. I'll get Tigges in 27. Only 35 quid. Do it in a big size as well. It's tempting. It's very tempting. Beckham and Zidane. I'll stay quiet, but who do you think's better, Wimval? Because then I'll say the same, and we'll be in a good company. So let me just load up the lineups. I bet so you may create some chat beef. It's a great challenge. Really good challenge in the midfield. Now Kamada lays off to Unanen. Back to Kamada. Can't get the ball from under his feet. Back to Unanen, who will cross this ball in. It's a dangerous ball. It's lurking. Polo can't get a hand onto it. Zidane. Okay, I agree with you. I prefer Zidane. I think David Beckham is great. It's a good ball in behind. I think he's offside. The cross will come in from Puka. To Polo's feet. He's turned. It's blocked. And Arusha will clear. And a foul. You think big changes again? Who do you think the change will be, Daz? Who do you think? Maybe I think maybe if you want to give someone a rest for the Czech Republic games, I don't think that's going to be one of the easiest ones. And we saw that Scotland weren't at their best. But I don't know who you would think. There's going to be a change from Russia, the second change, and it will be Zemeletdinov. Zemeletdinov is going to come off, and Ozdev will come off. Good game for Ozdev. Really, I think he's tried to dictate to play well. Try to get the ball through to Golovin and Miranchuk. And I say, very decent game for him. But Zemeletdinov will come on. In front of Zolka. So basically, he made up that you robbed David Beckham and you are now banned. Juba on the turn. Juba with a shot. The rebound. Golovin blazes it over. Blazes it way over. The Monaco player. Played a couple of the games for Monaco. Just signing from Moscow for 27 million. It was a lot. It was off the back of that World Cup, I'm pretty confident. Yeah, it would have been. The back of the World Cup. It's a shame you can't hear the pronunciation on transfer market. It's a bit annoying. Passing around here, Russia, they look shattered. And we said there was probably a fitness issue in that first game, but my God, it's still exactly the same. It's not even Monacanese or Monegasque. He just plays for Monaco, but I completely struggle to say it. But this will be a debate I think the chat will have. Because I think it's Monegasque, because that's how they say where Charles Leclerc from. They don't say Monarchies or Monaco. I think they're a Monegasque international resident. Also, I read this, and I don't know if this is true. I'm sure Kyle, my lovely Googler, to live in Monaco, I think you have to have a certain amount of money in your bank account. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I think if you want to live there, you have to have £500,000 in your bank account, and if you want to buy there, you have to have £1 million. Now, I could be completely wrong. I really could. At least you can watch the other games, which is a great win. I would bring Sancho in and drop Foden and drop Rice for Grealish. Yeah. Cross comes in. It's a good ball. Headed away. Still not clear though by Finland, and it is. But Russia immediately get the ball back with Golovin, and this cross will come in. And it won't. He now will play it in to the back post. Juba will collect. Unanen up against Juba, who tries to play through, and Unanen makes a block and a chance for finish counter-attack here. To Polo. Switches it across to the right hand side to Natalia. Plays it to Lod. And that's the possession. The pace of the game slows down. I want to see Sancho in, don't get me wrong, but I don't think Foden played one. I really don't think Foden played bad at all. I'd keep Foden in. Now, I could see Danny McKaylee, the referee, is a police investigator. That's incredible. No wonder he's a referee then. Little snitch. No, I'm obviously joking. It makes sense though. Go hand in hand. That is quite an interesting fact. Cheers, man. I don't think you... Wait, really? It weren't Danny McHaley, was it? Who said it? Golovin, Moranchuk, defended well from Finland. Puke. Still Teemu Puke. Can be fouled in the build-up. That can't be right. I swear it wasn't him. Referee. I'm going to find out. Said. I'm pretty confident that was someone else, right? Here we go. Sure, I don't care. This was PSG and Istanbul. No, it was Sebastian Kolotuscu who, yeah, said come hit. When they were identifying who it was, someone said the M word. Which is mental. Which is absolutely mental. No, it weren't Danny McHaley. He weren't even there. The official was... The match official Sebastian Kolotuscu told the referee Ovidio Hatagan that the Besiktas assistant coach Pierre Webu should be sent off the field for sideline conduct, but it was how he said it. Let me know Danny McHaley, but it's a good ball in behind Golovin. Shoots, and it's just past the post. By the way, I wouldn't drop... If you're going to drop anyone out of that English midfield, it would be Declan Rice. Don't get me wrong. Calvin Phillips was way better, but I'm genuinely not... And I know people love Jack Grealish, and he was one of the best players in the thing, but you've got to base it on the most recent performance. And that game against Croatia, if you're going to drop anyone, and I know... No, it wasn't him. What's not him? Yeah, it wasn't him. But going back to the England thing, if you're going to drop anyone, I know he's got a goal, it'd be Raheem Sterling, in my opinion. It genuinely would, I think. Even though he scored a goal, I think Phil Foden played way better, and I put Sancho in that position. I would still then play Phillips and Rice with Mason Mount in front of them. In a 4-3-3, just with them two holding midfielders. I know you probably don't need that other holding midfielder in Rice, but it worked against a very strong Croatia side. As we're going to get our first substitute of the game, it's going to be Schuler and Johnny Quacko. We're going to find out. Kauko. Johnny Kauko will come on here for Rasmus Scholler. First change of the game. Out and out of here. Don't have a clue, Windal. The PSG Besiktas game. Unless, did he do the second leg? Did he do the rest of the other game? Because they would have probably wanted a brand new officiating team. Possibly. Yeah, for me, Sancho comes in. For Sterling, if we're being realistic. Midfield stays the same. Kane and Foden stay the same. I would bring in Ben Chilwell for Kieran Trippier. And apart from that, keep everything as it is. If Harry Maguire's fit, bring Maguire in for Mings. But now it's Finland. No. First touch was good from Kwako. Second ball, not the best. A poor shot. Feel like he should have played it through to Puke or Poyampolo there. Instead, it's an awful shot. He looks scary. He looks like he beat you up. And not even in there's no good way, but... Yeah, he might have done the second leg, Wimble. Yes, we have. We've got another Russia player down here. Yeah, that's fair enough. It is Zahikaya, who has gone down injured. See some Russian players warm up here. We'll be forced into some changes. It'll be interesting to see who does come on. I'm just looking to see. Semenov, I think, would come on. Man who was dropped for his performance in the first game. Plays for FC Akhmat Grozny, sorry. And obviously Josh did that Watchalong, didn't he? What league's this? It's in Russia. Yaya Toure, by the way, has been named the assistant coach of this team. That is incredible. Bernard Berisha. Not the Berisha. Wait, is this the Berisha I'm thinking of? The Kosovan one? No, it's not that one. It's not the one I thought it was. What's this game take pass? See, knew I could trust Kyle. The minimum amount required by the Monacan government for a residency application is £500 per main applicant to be deposited in a bank with the applicant's name. It must be held with the bank at all times during the residency period. Shopping sprees out the window. Tell you what, as probably elitist that is incredible. To keep, like, so the way you keep your government, your country afloat is basically, let's say, I'm guessing it is like, okay, you put this £500,000, you don't keep it, it goes in the bank, but that's how you'll say. I wonder if you're allowed to spend that 500,000 on like a house or something, or you genuinely have to use. You think? Who scored our first goal of the Euro 2000? Oh, 2000. So you're not in the times of. So it wouldn't be Rooney because that's like 6. That's probably like 8 years too early. Right, and then I'm trying to think. Would have like Lineker would have been playing there. Thing is, my times are just going to be so out of sync. 2 seconds. Arujai forced to defend. Euro 2000. Not 2004. 2000. It's a tough one. Because were we in like not a rebuild stage, but was this before we really got? Could it be Shearer or Owen, like a young Michael Owen? I'm trying to think. I'll go with Michael Owen. I could be wrong here. But I'll go with Michael Owen. Could be one of the Manchester United lads. Oh, there's pure miscommunication. Juba to the back post. Shot comes off and that's what a save. Kuzvayev with the shot outside the box and Lucas Hradetsky gets to the left. That's an incredible save here. What a stop. It was a mistake at the back from Arujai. Juba gets the ball, waits, buys it to Karivev, and then, oh, that's a great save. What games did you follow with teletext? I went live for teletext. For me, when I look at games, it'd be red button. And then you could just look at every single game. Oh, see, Kyle, yeah. So also must provide a police certification stating that each applicant does not hold a criminal record in the countries having. That is. It's so, I'd love to know. I might do my research after this stream's done because there's also no Turkey Wales game, so I'm going to have that on the side. I'm just going to look how to become a Monegasque resident and live in Monaco because that is. So I wonder if that £500,000 that you've got to put in a bank account and you can't really spend because that's what he said. Must be held at the bank at all times. I wonder if you could go to the bank and say, "Hi, I bought this 500,000." USSR win? You think Russia are winning? I'll say it hasn't been the USSR for a long, long time. No, that's a complete lie. What is United? Oh, it's a good ball and behind. Great defending, really good defending there from Daviv. Pukki's in behind and Daviv stretches his foot out. Could put at risk because he misses that ball. It goes to Puka. And it's Kalko with another shot outside the box. Pua. As if there's no coverage for us. Just because we don't have enough men. Because obviously I'm doing this game. Josh isn't available today. KD, I don't know. Obviously me and KL could have done this one. But it would have been KL, both of us would have been 2-2 games. Minimum. And you know what? It would be nice to have not even a rest, just to think of like, we'll leave this game for now. Because I'm pretty confident if I'm right, we'll be covering all the other games. Hold up, if I look at Euro. We're obviously covering Wales, Switzerland, Italy, Wales, Switzerland, Denmark, Belgium, Netherlands, Austria, Sweden, Slovakia, Croatia, Czech Republic will be covered, England, Scotland, Hungary, France, Portugal game. We'll be covering all of Matchday 2. apart from Turkey, Wales. We may even be doing Ukraine, North Macedonia. So we'll be covering a lot of games. So it'll be nice just to have a bit of a break with Turkey, Wales. Which probably will be a good game. But the game is still going on. I'd like to preference as Finland will be making a double change here. It will be Ratalia coming off, one of the best players. I think both fullbacks for Finland have had a really solid game. So Ratalia will come off and Pierre Sori will come on. And then Lapalainen is going to be coming on for Teemu Pukki. Pukki will be making way, not being his day today. Really not being his day, but we've got Sori coming on for Ratalainen. Sori currently plays for Esbjerg FC in the Finnish league, I would presume. Yep. I think that's the Finnish league. No, Danish league. Second division, not even the main division. That's obviously Pierre Sori. And then the Lipalainen, the striker replacing Pukki, currently plays for CF Montreal. Currently on loan, actually. So he's on loan from Bologna. He's a Bologna contracted player, but plays in Montreal. So again, a couple of I don't know if you've seen like the MLS teams showing videos of the MLS players reacting to the Euro game when their players are playing. Wales Turkey is going to be a good game though, it really will. Oh, here we go. Also need to provide a passport, got. Birth certificate, got. Marriage certificate if you're divorced. Marriage, not. Divorced, I'm not divorced. Police certificates, yeah. Registered lease and new electricity. That's incredible. So what you have to do is you have to get everything, basically, you have to, before you move to Monaco, you have to get everything sorted. So that when you go there, you can just pick up. So basically, they have to do as least work as possible. And that is. Imagine if it were like that in England, though, like, to legally come to this country, you have to put this amount of money in a bank account. You then have to prove that you have got a place to stay. Official Monaco residency application forms completed and fully signed. Jeez, Kyle, you've got me down a. You're gonna let me go down a deep, deep tunnel. Tunnel? That's the saying. Deep down road, anyway. As is. 13 minutes left of this game, and I tell you what, really not been an interesting second half. No major chances. Poyampolo hasn't done much. Hasn't done much at all. But, importantly, Finland, can they get back into this game? If they can get a draw, it's still a really important result. A 1-0 loss isn't the worst. Don't get me wrong, it could be a lot bad. It could be a lot worse, but I think they'll be disappointed. I really think they'll be really disappointed at the end of this season. Be a very big shame. It's going to be interesting to see when we get to this 85th minute. Will we see Russia really properly batten down the actors? Because they haven't stopped, in fairness. Like, even at 1-0 up, they've gone. Is it Bruno Fernandes or Bruno Fernandes? Who knows? Because you've got Nunes, Ruben Dish, Pep. Who else is there? Renato Sanch, Nelson Semedo. The thing is, I think I'm pretty confident the scene as Portuguese people is right. You just glad it's a 0-0, exactly. At least we've had a goal. And what goal it was. A lovely goal from Moranchuk. Jube on the wing. Because I have made a little run to goal of him. And no room to run for Russia. They'll go back. They'll recycle it. And I think one more goal for Russia really does sort of cancel this game off. It's Daviv. We did try to play a ball and it was intercepted. And Finland will move quickly now. Finland. I mean, obviously Poyampolo hasn't really. I know that video. I thought is FC Wonder Kid on TikTok. Wonder Kids they're called, I think, on TikTok. It's been given away by Lapalainen, but I think if you're English, it's Bruno Fernandes. Thinking like, Obviously, all the pronunciations are very different. Like, I'm pretty confident that Pojampalo is probably not pronounced Pojampalo, but like, Poham, you know what I mean? There'll be definitely, like, pronunciations that are the native. But it's passed around, nice by Finland, the cross comes in. And it was blocked by Daviv, the cross from Lapalainen. And now it's Russia counter-attacking, bit of a heavy touch, still comes away. Golovin couldn't get it under control. And tell you what, that was great fighting from Siura there. Free kicks took and quick. There is a player down for someone. It's Robin Lurd. Van Uren back to Glenn Kamara, the Rangers player. Enjoyed a very successful season, unbeaten in the league, which I think is an incredible result in the Scottish League. Ball played into the box. To Lepalainen. To Kamara. Switched out to the right hand side to Sudi. To Surrey. Can he create anything with it? Laidbath cross comes in. It's not the best. It flew through a couple of players. And then being Quacko. Oh, it's not a nice 50-50. I don't think it's a foul. It was Juba and Toivio. I think it was a shoulder into the... Okay, Juba didn't have eyes on the ball. I thought it was a fair tackle. So Danny Aarons... I think Danny Aarons takes the piss of the commentator. So I don't think it's Bruno Fernandes. He's been one of the shining lights of sort of the past, even 2021, but like the past year. Danny Aarons and his YouTube content for FIFA, like obviously the Sports Corner doesn't do any like actual like, proper FIFA content, but we all watch it and he's created so much and so many memes. Like play the clip is something. It's like we've said so much when you've opened a pack and no one said anything, but there's a perfect link to play the clip, and then it's the Capgun Tom clip. Silas, or Waman Gituka is formerly known as. No one would have known that Waman, like unless you watch Bundesliga football, which probably 75% of his audience won't, probably gave Waman or Silas a huge following. His videos are very different as well. And also I love when he opens the red picks because he does it like he opens it like first thing in the morning so that like you can watch it at lunchtime. Like his timing's good, but this game really lacking in pace. 8 minutes left. I feel like Finland do maybe need to make another sub here. I think Poyan Polo stays on. I don't think you make a midfield change. Maybe go to... I know it's probably very different. Maybe go to a back four and add probably another striker or a winger onto this thing just to add a bit more pace. It would mean that Udinen and Sauri can't really push up on the overlap. But it'll allow more players in front. Yes, see... I'm jealous. We need to get to a big enough level like that so I can get Dortmund signed shirt. Now I know you're thinking, Dortmund are one of the biggest Bundesliga clubs. I don't want a Royce. I'd love a Royce. I don't want a Haaland or a Hummels. I'd love it. I want a Stefan Tigesh. I do. I wonder where, hold on, we're going to look. If you order, can you add a special request? So this time I might say, any chance it could be signed. I don't think you can. But that would be incredible, wouldn't it? You buy a big shopping bag as well. Just look at it. I'm having a look now, Jen, you see if you can make a special request. Enter item number. No, right. Fairness, it's not going to cost that much. Oh, order for another 50 quid now to receive free shipping. Oh no, so you'd have to pay. You'd have to get another 15 quid item in there. Let's do it. I'm just looking. I'm just looking to see if you can create an account. Your address. So, like Great Britain. I want to see if I can make a special. He's not in FIFA. That's the problem. Tigges is not in FIFA. As Artem Zhuba will come off. I tell you what, played very well today. Played really well. Been a nuisance in the box. As we are going to get a double sub though, it will be a Zobalev who will come on for Artem Zhuba. I think it was the change that we expected. And the other substitute, Mukin von Miranchuk. Maxim Mukin currently plays for FC Lokomotiv. 19 years old. What a way he can make an impact in this game. We got a goal late on in the first half. And next year, he should be. Because he plays for Dortmund. He's the captain of Dortmund's second team. But he got called up to play a couple of the main games. Dortmund got promoted to the Bundesliga 3. Dortmund 2. So, he's got a way better chance of being called up, being on FIFA. And if he is, do you know there's that guy on Twitter who played like 1,000 games? Yeah, Bundesliga 3 is. But there's that guy on Twitter who scored like played 1,000 games and scored like 1,000 goals with Mario Gomez, all in rivals. That is going to be me. That will be me with Tigges. Or Tigges. It's Tigges, but I've watched the German commentary and they pronounce it Stefan Tigges. So, and you know what? I've got to respect it. I've got to say it properly. Any other player, no, but Tigges, yes. I will say it correctly. By the way, Luke Saradetsky has stopped this game from being possibly 2-0, 3-0. Made some really key, important sort of saves. Held resiliently. Speaking of, we'll just clear the ball long. Header won well by Daviv. And now Russia will slow this game down, I think. They don't want to throw anything away. Jeez, I think such a shame for Finland. They really need. If Denmark come in tomorrow, I think this result for neutrals is a really good result because it puts everything a lot fun, basically. Because in that final game, right, I'm just saying, let's say Denmark do beat Finland. It's tough. It's very tough. But let's say Denmark do beat Finland. Zayev to Golovin. Yeah, so it's alright. I've jumped for the group. So Finland beat Denmark. So they hold the head-to-head over them. It's a shot over the crossbar. Another opportunity for Russia, but so Finland beat Denmark. That gives them the head-to-head over them. Russia beat Finland, so that gives the head-to-head over Finland. But if Denmark beat Belgium, then Denmark have it over Belgium. And then if in the final game they all draw, it'll go to goal difference, which means Belgium would qualify. And then goal difference, and then it would be Finland on goal difference. Or if it's head to head, I don't know, because if everyone has beat each other once. Sarah was talking, was she? Shut up. We'll fight her. We will absolutely fight her. Cheers, with that. Let's have another drink. It's going to be a yellow card here. For Daviv, sorry. Great crunching challenge. It wasn't even Daviv, sorry, it was Jashika. As I am getting absolutely roasting here, and I don't know whether I'm hungry. I'm feeling dizzy, but we move. Got to be a good ball from Robin Lod. We'll look at the man of match in a second, but Robin Lod, cross comes in. It's a good ball. Still inside the box. Flicked on. It's headed. And it's hit the roof of the net. So close here. And it was the captain, Aruji. Just goes over the crossbar. So close. It was nice football from Finland. And was that their final chance? I mean, if we look at the man of match, it has to go to a Russian player. I think Miranchuk is up there scoring the goal, has tried to create some passes for him to Zhuba. Golovin putting in the balls to the box for Zhuba. Zhuba is another shout. It's going to be one of them front three at the start of the game, so Zhuba, Golovin and Miranchuk. And I would go with Miranchuk purely because he scored the goal and he was creating opportunities. I'm hot. See, I know, but I feel like you might be a bit more used to it. Here, we're not used to the hot weather. We're really not. And when you're inside as well, it's awful. Where's the head-to-head? I thought it was, yeah, but then you look. If you look at the Group B table now, Russia are ahead of Finland, but Russia have worse goal difference. So I would presume that's because of head-to-head. Would be my thinking. Although Slovakia very well set up in their Group A. I was looking on 3 points, but Spain and Sweden both drawing, hold a win over Poland. Same with Group A for Wales and Switzerland, both on a point. Can help Turkey. If Turkey beat Wales today, a very confident, good win for them. Oh, don't be using Gatorade to wash around, they'll get sticky. As Daniel O'Shaughnessy has just been carded. The most unfinished name. You moved when it was cold. So now you're like getting the first experience of the heat. I think this might be stitches in the back of someone's head here. Yeah, I think he did just get pushed in the back of the head, but it is at the 90th minute right now, and do Finland really look like scoring? Probably not. Probably not. How much added time will they have? But well done to Finland, because 5 minutes at a time. So we talked about in this the other Finnish Watchalong before we ended it. His parents, his dad is Irish, his mum's Finnish, but his dad moved to Finland. So this guy is like, well, he has lived in Finland. Same with his brother. He's lived in Finland his entire life. It just happened that his name is Finnish, is Irish, or whatever, or Scottish, depending on like thingy. But yeah, he's like full Finnish, speaks Finnish. He doesn't speak Irish. I'm pretty well. Doesn't speak English, or even Irish. Could speak Irish. But yeah, doesn't full Finnish basically. Played in all the Finland leagues. I mean, enough time to get a goal for one of these teams. 3 minutes left, and it could be a counter-attack. It's Golovin. And Russia in possession, and they will slow this game. No, they won't. Come forward. Zurich doesn't win the ball. Now it's Golovin on the left-hand side. Laid off to carry there, but it's in the box and it's cleared away. Load up the lineups here. Can we see any last-minute drama? Well defended by O'Shaughnessy. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Can Finland sneak a point at the death, or did Russia come away with all three? And maybe send that final day for Russia, Denmark and Finland into a race. Really could. Because then if it's a good ball in the middle. Oh, a shot comes off over the crossbar by Zamaletdinov. Just over the crossbar. It was a good ball in the box, and Zamaletdinov does well. Run for O'Shaughnessy, but then just can't get it on target. Not long left now, 2 minutes. Both the spectators, Zach and Malcolm, it's a 1-0, but the spectators are more or less all Russian. It's a high Russian contingent, and they'll just be happy that they saw the fans win. They really will. You can hear them roaring when the team goes forward. You tell you what, the passion is being there from the Russian fans. And Luke Seredeski's just going to play it long. Lovely high ball up. Header's not won. It'll just be cleared long by Karavayev. Chested down. Sobolov now. So I'm going to say it's like a 1 against 4, but he had men. And now, Lapalainen driving on this right hand side. He's got no support. He's still Lapalainen. Puts it in the midfield. Oh, and it was a good ball in behind. It really was by Quack Coco, but there was just no one there. But this game, probably more than likely, is over with 45 seconds left on the clock. I've thrown my phone on the floor. I would presume this game is over. Done and dusted. 30 seconds left. Last chance saloon for Finland. They'll play this goal kick as far as Heredeki can kick. And it's going to be Kamara who pings it forward. 20 seconds left. Good high ball. Flicked on. Still find Poyampolo. There's a man down on the floor. Referee will blow his whistle. And it was Baranov that's gone down. I think this is some good time wasting from him there. Unless it was a genuine injury. Yeah. It's been Watchalong. Be fun talking about Monaco and talk. Exactly. The game not being interesting, but now we know what you need to do if you want to live in Monaco. And that's one thing we can take away from this Watchalong. Just later on in the stream, just go to Kale and just start explaining the rules to be living in Monaco. I'd be so confused, it'd be great. So Kale, did you know that to live in Monaco you have to have a certain amount deposited in your bank? He won't know the context, but I will. See the Russian fans there celebrating. And you know what? I think at the part, I think Finland, unfortunately, they had their two easy games first, and unfortunately just couldn't make it. But I mean, Poyampolo, he did score so early on, within 5 minutes. Just unfortunately, his head was offside. I think if that goal stood, even Russia got one back at the end of the half, this game really would have been interesting. Please do that. I'm asking you. I can't do it. It'll be weird if I did it. He would be really confused because I know he won't be in here. He'll be watching this game. This is where he is in, and this is the first thing he says when he starts streaming. Important win for Russia in this group. I mean, the rest probably going to let some time go on due to Baranov going down injured. And it's won back by Finland. They're going to go quick. You probably would have wanted O'Shaughnessy to kick the ball there. But the whistle is blown. And Russia come away with 3 points. And more importantly, they put themselves second in the group. And my God, that Denmark-Belgium game, it's got a lot riding on it. It's got a lot. If Denmark win that final day for Group B, especially on Matchday 3, will be one of the most interesting games in this back end of the Euro. Not one of the best games to watch, but you know what? It plays itself into a lot of drama. Finland, they will take on Belgium. Yeah, Finland will take on Belgium in the next game, in Matchday 3, and Russia will take on Denmark. So barring the Belgium result, if Denmark is tough for Denmark have got to get a point or 3 points from this Belgian game. There's so much more you can do with 500,000 than give it to the Monaco government. Exactly. But get to live in a lovely country in Monaco. Thank you everyone for joining me. Genuinely, really do appreciate my Streamlabs. So if you are new here and you're still watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Notification bell, see when I'm going to go live. You can also see when I'm going to go live on Twitter at @_top_corner. We also put the lineups on there, so if you don't get to catch the lineups before the stream or before the game, go on our Twitter. We will have them up on there. The website is sports-corner.com. Instagram is _sportscorner_. No lineups on there for these games, unfortunately, because Josh is a bit busy and I don't have the Instagram. But it's up on Twitter if you want to check that out. The ones to watch this game we chose was Juba. Got an assist on the sheet. I think that's a good prediction from Josh there. Don't forget, Turkey versus Wales is on at 5 o'clock. If you want to tune into that, it'll be on whatever local channel for you. But that also has big implications for the next game coming up, which is Italy versus Switzerland on this channel at 8 PM, covered by KL. this is what's coming up on the channel, though, in the coming days. Thank you to everyone. We have Finland, Russia now, but thank you to Chris. Much needed win for Russia. Wasn't a great game scoring. Perfect description of the game. One moment for quality, won the game. Exactly. Italy, Switzerland is live at 10-8 with KL. A huge game in that group. Can Italy basically secure through to the next round? Then, even bigger game, 10-5. Josh, Denmark, Belgium. Denmark get some points that final day. If Belgium do, I think Denmark are out the tournament. Then later on that evening at 10-8 on the 17th of June, it's Netherlands versus Austria. Both teams getting wins. Both teams give a chance to go top of the group. As for this one, top of the group versus Sweden, Slovakia take on Sweden at 5-2. That will be with me on the 18th of June. Should be some very good games coming up on the channel. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to join KL later on at 8 o'clock. I repeat it until it stays in your head. Thank you very much and peace.